Hi. I can't sit that without smiling because I know that I'm about to talk to you, and it just puts a smile on my face. So hello, hi, I hope you're doing well. Stay to the end because I want to talk to you about something, and just stay to the end, okay? Let's just get into what I wanted to talk about. This is the video. We're starting. Ready? Okay, let's go. My goal is to one day, hopefully very soon, fingers crossed, I can make the transition from this being like a part-time hobby to a full-time job. But we can't get rid of the day job just yet. No. That's where the money comes from. If I want to be serious about my YouTube endeavors, I need to make sure that I have a good amount of money in my savings. And maybe you're the same way. Maybe you want to move out of your parents' house, or you want to get like a new apartment because you don't like where you live. You might want to travel to that country that you've been dying to visit. Or maybe you're like me and you want to make the transition from being an employee to being self-employed. Regardless of your reason, you can benefit from having more money saved. But Jose, I'm only 23 years old. I have a job at McDonald's. I'm a waiter. I'm a barista. Doesn't matter. Yeah, well, you're just saying that because it's you. I can't save money. I can't afford to save money right now. Yes, you can. Believe me, you can. So let's talk about the obvious. I think that spending money on food has got to be the biggest expense for people our age. I was actually talking about this with my cousin the other day, and I came to this realization that eating out is the go-to activity. You want to hang out with your friends during the day? Go grab some lunch. You want to hang out after work? Go get some dinner. If it's your day off, let's do brunch. Let's get some breakfast. Birthday, anniversary, special event coming up, let's go to a nice restaurant and celebrate. For some reason, going out seems to be the center point for all social gatherings at our age, and it's not cheap at all, not in the slightest. And then we have to throw into the equation that it's not just for social reasons that you're eating out. If you want to live, you have to eat. And often your day-to-day life might prevent you from making the smartest, healthiest decision, which is to cook. I know that with the way that my current schedule is set up, I can't realistically cook every single meal of every single day. And I can imagine how that might be the case for a lot of us our age. If you find yourself eating out for any of these reasons, I think it's time to make a change. Let's start with your friends. For one, we need to find cheaper ways to keep the people closest to us in our lives. Maybe you can go from grabbing lunch to grabbing a coffee. Or if you already grab coffee, just go for a walk. It's free, it's cheap, it's fun to do. Let's normalize that, no? I know that when I go out and eat with my friends, I'm there more for the company than I am for the food. So if I'm in a situation where I have to eat out, I will try and just get the cheaper option. Yes, there are 2 chicken entrees, but this one is $19 and this one is $21. So I'm gonna go with the $19 one. God, it is hot. Transitions. Okay. I had to move spaces, but we will press on. We will move forward. So let me just share a quick story that we can make a lesson of. I went to work the other day, and one of my coworkers told me that they went to hang out with their friends in the city last night. Mind you, we were both working yesterday, so I know that he did his shift, and then immediately after, he went to the city to go hang out with his friends. He told me that in the city, he spent well over $120. And if you're like me, your mouth probably went to the floor. It's insane because we make, well, not minimum wage. We don't make minimum wage, but I'm just going to say it is because it still serves my point. How much is the minimum wage in New Jersey? Yeah, okay. So minimum wage in New Jersey is $15-13 an hour. Let's just say 15 for simplicity's sake. If you make $15 an hour and you're working $8 shifts, and that means you're walking away with about $120. And that's before tax. He went to work that day and did that shift so he can cover the cost of the evening that he had. And it still wasn't enough. Isn't that crazy? If that is ringing to you any sort of bells, then I think you should take that as a sign that things do need to change. I think it's already hard to say no to going out with your friends, but what makes it probably even harder is the fact that if you are someone who doesn't do this very often, and so you're justifying it by telling yourself, oh, it's just once in a while, I don't really do it that often, why not? But the thing is that these nights that we spend out with our friends are just insanely expensive. We spend money that we do not have because we are all about being in the moment and not wanting to ruin the vibes. One more round, one more drinks. Oh, let's just end the night with the shot. This is the last one, last call, right? And you're telling yourself like, okay, this is fine because again, I don't do this often and I've already spent so much money tonight. So what is one more drink, right? What's one more drink? The famous words. Especially when you see everyone around you like willing to do it and you don't want to be that one person that's missing out. If this is the cycle that you find yourself caught up in, I would really recommend that you try and limit the amount of money that you spend when you do go out with your friends. I think that the take-home message should be an adoption of a new mindset. You cannot spend in a night what you make in a day. Everybody, you cannot spend in a night what you make in a day. Thank you. And we can apply this mentality directly to the example that I just gave, but I mean this broadly speaking when you're spending any amount of money. When you go to the mall and you're visiting all of these different stores that you're spending money on, are you keeping track of the overall amount that you've spent at this one event, location, situation? Did you take into consideration the Uber that you paid to get there, or the $7 that it costs for parking, the $20 that it costs to get lunch at the food court? All of these little things, they add up. Or better yet, and more related to our age demographic, if you're shopping online and your cart is already over $247.16, just as a random number, and you're debating whether or not to add that shirt because even though you don't really need it, you really want it, and if you're already gonna splurge, you might as well splurge. That feeling of should I or should I not is probably you telling yourself that you're about to make a money mistake, because even though you want the shirt, you don't really need the shirt. And that brings me so well into my next topic. I forgot where I got this from, but I heard something along the lines of the fact that people who have money don't know how to dress and people who don't have money do. And that's always stuck with me because I feel like it rings so true. If you are like the average 20-something-year-old who could barely afford to pay rent, if you have any, then you don't have hundreds of dollars to be spending on the newest style trends. Unless your job requires you to be constantly up to date with what is new and what is trending, or you cannot be caught outfit repeating, you have to be intentional with the clothes that you do buy. Dubai. I think that when it comes to buying clothes, we fall victim to this consumer mindset where we just want to buy something because it's new and it feels different. But to combat that and to keep your money in your bank account where it belongs, you should make sure that these articles of clothing are going to add something that your current collection is lacking, other than novelty. And I think that's the key. Think back to the last 5 days that you went to your closet to pick out what it is that you're going to wear. There's a very good chance that you picked out the same shirt or the same pair of jeans that you wore last week or the week before. And that just shows you've proven to yourself that you're very predictable. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm not trying to offend. I'm just saying that you know what you like, and so you should use that to your advantage. I'm not trying to sound at all like I'm above the influence. I very much get tired of wearing the same pieces together over and over. But where most people would think to buy something new, I try to take that as a challenge to mix it up with what I already do have. It's not really about buying something new, but learning to wear what you do have in a new way. Don't want to lie to you. When I'm out and about and I see someone wearing something that I think looks so cool and I know I don't have it in my closet, I'm like, I want to buy that. But it just goes back to what I was saying at the end of the day about how we just want the novelty of it. We want something new. We want something different. And so in those moments, you need to remind yourself that the clothes that you do have, while they're not the newest thing, they fit you just fine. There's nothing wrong with them. And you probably look pretty good in them. And that should be enough. Conclusion. Let's wrap this up, okay? I don't know. What do you think? Let's talk about you for a second. Do you feel like I got it on the money and most people our age spend it on food and going out and clothing? Or is it more like Genshin Impact and Fortnite these days? I really don't know. Not that I would judge. Not that I would judge. Did I say anything new? No. Did I say anything groundbreaking? Most definitely not. But I hope I entertained you, if only for a little bit, and I got you to think about your money habits and how you might benefit from changing them. I'll take that. That'll be a win for me. That's all I want. So I hope I did that. That's literally all I have. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. I hope, God willing. Okay, bye. Are they gone? Okay. This is just directed towards the people that watched the last video. Thank you so very much. There are no words that can describe how grateful I am for you to have seen that. I mean this from the very bottom of my heart. I am so grateful. I was not expecting a single view, not a one. And so to save you the story, because I can't really explain it to you very quickly. I realized 3 days later that I had 75 views, and that just, it sent me. I have no words. To know that 75 people just decided to give me a moment of their time was insane. And then 4 people who decided to leave a comment, and then 2 people that decided to subscribe. It was just, I have no words. At the time of recording this, I saw that I had over 300 views and like 8 comments, all of which I had responded to, and like 20 something likes. And that is just so motivating to continue this. I don't know if I said this before, if I'm going to keep it in the final edit, but to make this video was so difficult because nothing went the way I wanted it to. But what kept me pushing and kept me finishing, and the reason why you're going to see this video sometime in the next week or when it gets published, is because of those views that I saw. There are so many times when I really do think about the big picture and I compare myself to all of the stuff that's out there and all of the things that you could possibly see. And it makes me feel very self-conscious and very scared about what I'm doing, how it's nothing, how it's stupid, how it's small, and how it's pathetic. But then I think about these 75 people and these 4 comments and those 2 subscribers, and it just makes me see that this is the beginning. Like everyone else, there's a beginning. Everybody starts somewhere, and this is mine. And so I just wanted to say thank you so much. And I hope that I could provide for you the same kind of joy that you provide for me. This is truly the end. Okay. I hope you have a great rest of your day, wherever you are. Bye-bye. I will see you in the next one. Okay. Bye-bye.